Do, 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 do. Welcome back to my channel. Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are mentally healthy. Clearly, we're in the craft room. And what does that mean when we're in the craft room? Crafting with anxiety! Crafting with anxiety! Do we need a theme song for this series? You guys hopefully watched my last video where I explained about what I'm doing for a living currently. That's linked down below if you want to check it out. Clearly, I go thrifting, and I find things when I go thrifting that get left on the shelf for very, very obvious reasons. Most of the time, the things are broken. And I see these things and I get inspired to make them into new things, whether you want to call it upcycling or just revamping. I've seen people do this before, and when I saw this little piece that you saw fly across your screen, I was like, she needs to be creepy. I have done something like that before with another broken piece. Her right there, as you can see, she was missing her hand. So I made it look like she chopped off her hand and kept it in her little basket. Why not give it a new thing? I saw her. I mean, clearly she's got some very creepy eyes. Hello, friend. This figurine, it's a porcelain figurine. It is entitled The Christmas Rose, and it is by a brand called Lessens, which is actually pretty, give or take, popular. But as you can see, she's missing some phalanges, some fingers, and a complete hand. She's also, part of her sash is broke. But I saw her, got her for $1. I am super inspired by her. She needs to be revamped, and that's what's gonna happen. When I first saw her, I thought, what could I do with her? Well, first, she's gonna need to be repainted. Second, she needs her guts taken out. That's how I can make this whole. Clearly, there needs to be something where her hands are to kind of cover her hands. I've seen, again, different styles of this type of like artwork, and I wanted to try it out with you guys because crafting with anxiety is what I do. So the idea behind it, ideas, is that we are going to take some polymer clay, the stuff you can mold and then bake, and make it into her small or large intestines and kind of have like a burst wound out of her stomach, and have her holding just a cascade or pile of guts. I like it. I'm going to probably paint her as well. And then I'm not quite sure. I literally just noticed that this was broken. I just thought it was all her hands. I'm really excited. I've always kind of wanted to try this, and I think I found a perfect figurine for it. Clearly, we're gonna show you what we need. You're gonna need polymer clay. I will bring that along with me. We have several different baubles and bits in here. I'll probably, oh, we have some white. Brilliant. We have some white. My little sister likes doing these as well, so we have quite a bit. I mean, my mom's craft room has everything. I have various, we don't have specific clay tools, so I just grabbed a couple of different tools I thought that I could help mold-ish with. So I have a paint scalpel, scraper, palette knife. I'm not even sure what this is, but it's got a point and it's got a divot. And so I think this is gonna be really well. And just some tweezers. I don't know why I grabbed these. I'll start, I guess, molding her guts and getting the way I think I would like that. And then we'll go from there. So. intestines, including large and small, actually is. But basically what I'm going to do is make one gigantic long piece of tube and then wrap that upon itself into what would look like if your intestines came out and you were holding them. So basically, let's take our little Christmas rose. It will look kind of like, here, let's put her like this. It will kind of look like this with a tube kind of hanging down, and I'm almost tempted to put it through here and have her wound on the side so I can kind of incorporate whatever that is. So I'm basically gonna remold that out but make it a super long tube, and from there, once it's, you know, I can kind of smooth out those little lines to make it look a little bit smoother, like it's a little bit more connected. But once I go and bake this and get this all hard and attached, and I can color and add shading to where the connection pieces are or anything like that. So I'm gonna go do this and I will be back with our Christmas rose. My base colors of like a pinky red, just a basic red, and then I made this kind of like a brownish. I might go a little lighter on this color, don't know. So my first step, of course, is to basically cover the entire intestines in this glorious red. So this is going to be a little bit of a, you know, a process. So the cool thing about this is that on this project, because she is technically holding her intestines, if you mess up and get some blood somewhere, air quotes blood, it doesn't matter because of the fact that she's clearly holding her intestines. There's gonna be blood. There will be blood. You drank my milkshake, I drink it up. In fact, spreading the blood is highly encouraged. So right now, as you can see, she's just got her lovely little base coat of that pink. What I'm gonna do now is take this, I watered down my brush a little bit, and take this brown and just go in, not too heavy, into adding just a little bit of water. Creating in those crevices that, and again, this does not need to be pretty. You guys totally can't see this because I am doing this elsewhere. So, wow. It doesn't need to be pretty because your intestines, not pretty. This is just right now adding some shading into that to add depth. And then when I am done with all of this, let's see, I will go over all of this shading with the red to add that, because it just adds a little bit more depth. And since I watered it down, it's not going to be as dark. But we're adding some depth. I already love it. I already love it. Y'all, it's been an adventure. It's been actually really quick, like crafting with anxiety. So I went through and gave her some shadows and some highlights, and then she has this little purse on the back, so I bloodied up her purse. Maybe she's keeping her appendix in there, I don't know. So the next step, to seal her all in, because she's almost done, and if you find one of these somewhere out there in your thrifting adventures, I highly recommend it. But the next step is, I don't want full-on Mod Podge, so Mod Podge, God bless, I cut it 50-50, 1 part Mod Podge, 1 part water, and I'm just gonna do a quick little, so you say, it's just a little, like, like watered down glue almost, but the Mod Podge is gonna seal that paint in, but it's also gonna give, once it dries, it's gonna give that shine that I want the intestines to have to make them look like they're moist, because let's be real. Your intestines, when you pull them out of your body, are probably gonna be moist. If they're dry, there's an issue. So anyway, yeah, she's practically done. She's just needing her little varnish. Oh, you guys, I'm in love with her. She's so cool. I think I might have to make more, because I always find these, which is kind of sad, you know? These poor little things at thrift stores. It makes me so sad to see these. Like, no one's gonna take them home because they're broken, and then they just end up in the landfill. Why not, like, give somebody something awesome? Ooh, and it's making it kind of look foamy. Oh, hell yeah. Like, I get to this part where I'm, you know, working on these projects, and they finally come just down to every, like, done. They come down to almost done, and you look at it and you're just like, it's amazing. You get so happy with how this, like, it turns out, and it can only go up from here. So anyway, while I'm finishing this, let me know what you want me to work on next. Let's see, we've made a skirt, we've redone some furniture, little bits and pieces. If you guys saw my last video, I have that clock that I got that I really want to repaint. Would you guys be interested in figuring out how to repaint a piece? We can do that for the next Crafting with Anxiety. Bag, a little bloodied. Juicy. That sounds wrong. Gotta make it juicy. Okay. Really quick, she is a little bit foamy, but I like it, but there's a little bit too much foam, so I'm just taking a little bit of a paper towel to kind of soak up, and some of that will dry clear, so it's less foamy. But I just want to really get in there, get rid of some of that. Okay, y'all, I'm not from the South, but okay, here she is. And as you can see, it's like shiny because of the Mod Podge, but I don't know why, but I feel like your name should be Christine. What do you guys think? So that's basically here, Crafting with Anxiety. She's got her guts. She's just and she's looking at them so admiredly, like, these are mine. Here you are. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me on this episode of Crafting with Anxiety. Let me know if you guys want to see any other type of crafting ideas down below. I really like doing these series, and it really helps me, like, be mentally healthy. And when you end up with a result like this, it makes me smile. I'm so happy. Anyway, like I always say, the more we talk about mental health, the more the stigma breaks and people get the help that they deserve, and this is why I do this channel. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you're new here. I upload whenever because of anxiety and ADD, and I forget sometimes. Until next time, you lovely looters, sláinte. Probably gonna be moist.